today we have a flight from Furnace Creek to Independence. That is on the foot of the kind of a big or tall, high mountain range, Sierra Nevada. And I do hope that it will offer us some breathtaking views while flying. Today's flight is also VFR. I'm also thinking myself that maybe it would be also good to include a little bit more IFR flights in the future, even if the weather is good enough, just for some practice. So next week we are gonna fly IFR like 100%, and hope that you will like it as well. Weather, yeah, you can see it's blank here because I will really quickly skim over the weather here because we have a very nice weather. There is basically nothing in our way today, and I believe I can demonstrate it the best with the clouds. So we have sky clear everywhere in the vicinity and in the area. Quick check of the winds, let's say at 9,000 feet. I don't think those are correct data. Oh, that's definitely not correct data. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something sometimes happens. All right, so you will need to take my word for it. The weather is good. Very quickly today, destination, as I said, Independence Airport on the foot of the hills. We have some notes here, and most notably that runway 05 and 23 is closed for public use. That's not the main runway. This main runway is 1432. 0523 is perpendicular to it. Before I downloaded the scenery for this airport, there was also that turf or dirt runway, short one, but the new scenery doesn't have it at all. So it's probably unused. It's a surface uneven, rough brush in sporadic locations on the runway. I wouldn't want to land there if I had a choice. So just be aware that we will be using one of the main runways. Route planning, yep, that's gonna be live today. We'll get back to it as soon as we can. I will first just go through. Oh, you know what? Let's do the route planning. So as before, we'll maybe do kind of. Oh, I cannot do that. So as before, I first draw the straight line. Is there some of you that already planned the route for today? Before?
Yeah, Thomas, I did some. Yeah.
Okay. Someone else? Was it you, Christian?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So tell me just in general, terms, where did you plan it? Like north, south, more, or kind of a zigzag?
It's a bit of a more westerly route. It's a bit of a return to Stovepipe Wells, first waypoint, then a bit south, then west, and then north.
How far south?
Until Pinto Peak. There's a little
Pinto Peak. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically along the road here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
So something like this.
Yeah. Then over the Salt Lake, west to the next Salt Lake, and then follow up the valley.
Here, this Owens Lake.
Right.
Okay. So basically south of this ridge, probably.
Yes.
All right. So something like this.
Yep.
All right. And you said, Suresh, that you planned also the flight?
Yeah, I just went north and west. I mean, I used those waypoints. I think you already have a airport picked up, right? Before that, I just put another waypoint at the end of that river bed before, and I just picked the 2 or 3 small river beds, and I'm just going straight north and west.
Okay. So it doesn't look similar to Christian. You are
No.
going like through here.
Yes, like I just
Mhm.
picked the waypoints where I can identify that I am on the right path
All right.
without a GPS. So
Okay. Are you aware that you will need to be quite high here?
I was debating because I have a Cessna. So yeah, I did not think about that,
Mhm.
and maybe I should.
Yeah, it's pretty good wall here, I would say. As you can see, those altitudes 11,000, 10,000, and it doesn't
Right.
really go down. So just be aware of that.
So maybe I will also move south then.
Mhm. Okay, here I wanted to take very well done, both of you. Here I would like to take opportunity to like point something here that might be kind of beneficial. Maybe not, but maybe yes. You must have noticed that we have a different colors for different altitudes, right? I am now switched to World VFR, and if I can avoid it, I try to use the actual sectional, and I'll show you why. Look at the colors, and how to determine, what's high and what's low. You can tell it because there is a different shade, this is a different shade, and this is a different shade. But when I, for example, switch to Las Vegas sectional, you can see that those shades are more distinctive, right? So that's one thing you probably noticed, but try to use those like concrete maps because it can help you. Here we have a problem because the sectional ends here, and then we need to use another one. And in real life, there are some procedures how to actually plot the course if you need to go over the edge of map. Here we have here on SkyVector we have this advantage that we just switch to World VFR and we're done, right? But you can see here, for example, that it's merged, right? So this D and D as well. So something is not clear, and it's always good to also check the concrete sectional. So in any case, we can see, you might have noticed, and I again forgot how to call them in English, those lines of the same altitude. It will be ISO something, but don't know. Does anyone of you know how to call them in English? Those lines that connect all the points of the same altitude.
I've just heard them referred to as contour lines.
I,
Contour.
I, I saw something. I, I saw something lines, I think, right?
Yeah, I
I
think
saw
so.
line, I think.
ISO
I saw
line?
I
I saw
think.
something.
I think
Okay.
contour lines is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Calling that.
Okay, I will try to remember for the next time. But basically, here all those major lines on the sectional, each line means 500 feet of altitude. So this is 1000. Then this kind of a ochre, maybe color, or beige, or how to call it, starts at 2000 and ends at 3000. And then we have 3000 to 5000, we have the same color. And then from 5000 to 7000 and above 7000, I believe, all the way to 9000. And then, no, maybe 10,000 will be this very, very dark one. Is it 10 or is it 9? 9. It's 9000, right? So it can help you to spot the valleys, for example, which to fly. So if I look, for example, here, one thing is that there is a road going through here, so there is a high chance that we will have a good terrain. But also the colors can help us, and we can see that we probably have like 5,000, 5,500. So if we keep, let's say, 6,500 of altitude, we should be fine, and we should be able to fly here. Or we can choose maybe this path here. It's also possible. You can see that this is 5,000, and it doesn't really go much higher. So as far as the route or path goes, I would agree that I would make this airport as my first one, then really go through this valley or ridge or pass on the other side. I'm not able to pinpoint exact, turning point here, But what I would definitely do is I want to keep north of this ridge. So go like here to west, and then when I'm after another ridge, then I will turn right, and I will switch to World VFR for a moment, and maybe I can use this airport as well, at least for the plan. And then you basically fly right of this range and left of this range, and you are just funneled into it. This is some historical site. I believe that was the airport in the past. I would like to see how it looks like from the air, so I'll just make a point. Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't need to do that. And from Lone Pine, you also can follow the road all the way to Independence. So I believe that this is actually a good route. So I'll just fix it with the link so it doesn't get wiped out. And then okay, any concerns about the route? If not, let's move forward very quickly. Departure, because that's something that I tell every time, and I believe that you might be sick of it already. We today have runways 33 and 15. We don't have any weather forecasts specifically for this airport. Little nav map tells me that there is a wind of 3 knots from the north. That doesn't really prevent us from using runway 33, and that's probably what I would do in order not to backtrack all the way to the other end of the runway. If I remember correctly, we have, I will check, we have right traffic pattern for runway 15 and left traffic pattern for runway 33, and that basically means that we should be doing something like, if we are using runway 33, so something like that, and then either depart straight out and turn maybe at 2000 or 1500 feet, or at 1000 feet AGL we can turn left 45 degrees, and then in either case we'll basically circle back to the airport because our path is actually going northwest. So this would be a departure. There are some radio calls mentioned. Don't forget, we have the CTF frequency of 122.9er for this airport, and you can find it here on the sectional. If you zoom in, 122.9er is a CTF frequency. Then en route, I'll just skip it for today. One important thing is to keep track of your progress, and so have that in mind. Have a nav log ready, and try to follow it. All right.
Can I ask a question on the
Sure.
previous, on the destination? If you can go back 2 slides. So
this is departure.
Yeah, sorry, departure, right? Now all the parking spots are near runway 15. So don't we still have to backtrack all the way to 33 to take off from there? And that's what it shows in Microsoft Simulator. All the parking spot is near runway 15.
It's actually 33.
So
here
if you want to
I
go
have
33,
I have all parking spots in the north.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why my Microsoft Simulator shows all of them near 15. Okay.
Like
that's
here
fine.
on the south?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. Something is wrong. I'm seeing all of them. All of them.
Actually,
down.
yeah, actually, the numbers are wrong. Yeah. Okay, you are right. Yeah, numbers are wrong. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I sometimes just miss it completely. So thank you for that. Yes. So we have runway 15, definitely. Yes.
So
And in that case, everything I drew here is incorrect because runway 15 has a right traffic pattern, and those numbers are wrong. So thank you very much for paying attention. I'll just do it like this, because that's wrong. All right, so let's use runway 15, and in that case, we depart, and again, we turn this way. optionally, you can overfly the airport to get a fix, definitely, before continuing, or you just, make a turn at the appropriate altitude and just continue northwest as is your plan. All right. So arrival, let's check the runway numbers. These seems to be correct here. So that's a good sign. Now, I don't know what will be the wind let's see if the service is available again. Let's see what is the forecast. So that's winds, surface. Okay. And the forecast for our destination is all over the place. But I think that it will mostly come from the north, but those winds might not be very high. So I would say that, okay, that's the wrong one. I would say that the runway, where is it? Runway 32 might be the one to be used. Here runway 1432 we have left traffic pattern for runway 14 and right one for 32. So if we are going for 32, that is the right traffic pattern. So the traffic pattern is there. And that means that the ideal thing would be to join the traffic pattern like this, from this direction. Obviously, we are coming from the south. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to do like a straight ahead landing, or you will overfly the airport and kind of join the pattern like this. If you do overfly the airport, be sure that you are higher than is the traffic pattern altitude. And then join and continue down. All right, but anyway, what I wanted to touch today are some performance calculations, right? That's something that we've done in the past, but not nearly often enough. So I took some charts from the, this is not exactly from the POH, it's from the manual that came with the Comanche, but those charts are very similar to the POH. It's just, with better resolution and so forth and so on. So first off, I would like to calculate my takeoff distance, and weights. Yeah, weight is also something that I can use. So the condition is 18 degrees slotted flaps and takeoff at 1.3 times stall speed. Right, so that's about maybe 80. That's maybe 80 miles per hour for the Comanche. And another condition, paved surface, right? If anything of that is like not the same as you would like to use. So for example, if you want to do a no flaps takeoff, you definitely can, but you must calculate with the fact that your takeoff distance or ground roll will be higher, right? So, and this is for a takeoff distance over a 50-foot obstacle. So first of all, we need a temperature. So for that, I'll just go into the simulator and check the temperature on the gauge. And we have almost 30 degrees Celsius, and there's also Fahrenheit. So we have like 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's use that one. So I will find 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is there, right? Then I need my pressure altitude. So what is my pressure altitude? I know that the elevation of this field is minus 210, right? So if I go to my altimeter and set it in a way that it shows minus 200, I can see 210 maybe. I can see that my altimeter setting is at 2978 or 2980. So it's lower than is like a standard, and that means that I need to add some altitude to calculate my pressure altitude. Since I'm still on the ground, the easiest way how to know my pressure altitude is to dial this Colesman window on 29902 and read the pressure altitude directly off of here, right? So my pressure altitude is like minus 100 feet. And that means that for the calculations, I will use the sea level. So I will raise here and go straight as far as I can, all the way to this line, intersect the sea level. Then I will go right across until I have here. Then I need to know my weight in pounds. And again, this is something that you should have prepared. For ease here, I will just use the tablet and I will check what my current weight is. Total weight 2675. So 2675 is somewhere, let's say, there. So I need to follow this line all the way until I am actually above this point. And then again I go across. And then I need headwind. This doesn't really calculate with tailwind. And since I'm planning to use like 5 knots tailwind, what I'll actually do, I will go up. I've seen some different charts for tailwinds, so this is not exactly kosher because it might have a different kind of a slope here for Comanche, but I will try to exaggerate and I will actually go like this all the way up, right, for 5 knots of tailwind, and then go across, and I will just read my takeoff distance in feet as 2000, almost 2500. Right, so that's what I calculated. Next, I want to have my rate of climb because I want to know how long I will be climbing. So again, I need to find my density altitude this time. And how do I do it? I will just go 2 slides forward, and we have a density altitude chart here. I've already determined that my temperature is 80 degrees, so something like that. My pressure altitude is sea level, so like this. And if I go across like this, I can read my density altitude here on this this part. So my density altitude today is about 1,200 feet. Let's say that it's 1,500 to be on the safe side, right? Density altitude at what I want to climb to 6,500 maybe. I can try to look what temperature I should expect at that altitude, but that's just expectations. So I will go to temperature. I will go to 6,000 feet, and I see that the temperature here at 6,000 feet should be around or between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. So I will use again 15 as that is the higher number and on the safe side. So for 15 degrees, which is almost there, and for the pressure altitude, let's say that my pressure altitude will be almost 6,500, maybe a little bit more actually, and the density altitude can be easily 8,000 feet at that one. So I will be climbing through density altitudes of 1,500 feet all the way to 8,000 feet. 1,500 is about there, 8,000 is about there. So, and gross weight was about 26 or let's say 2,700. So that's like 600 pounds. So let's say that this is like the line that I should be worried about. So I can expect that my rate of climb will start at about 1,300 feet per minute and will end at about 900 feet per minute, or maybe 800 feet per minute. Now this is 800, so let's say 900 feet per minute. So if I do like for simplicity, I can just do some arithmetic, average 900 and 1300. That's like the average might be like 1100, give or take. And in that case, I know that I will be in the climb most likely for 6 minutes, because 6,500 feet I need to climb with 1,100 feet per minute. That's around 6 minutes in a climb. And I know that in a climb my fuel consumption is a little bit higher, and that's why I want to calculate that one. All right. So for my fuel, because I want to calculate fuel, so I need to know how fast I will be going, how long I will be in the climb, and so on and so forth. Here on SkyVector, since I calculated that my average climb should be around 1100 feet per minute, I can actually put it here, and vertical speed in a climb, let's say, okay, it's feet per minute at sea level, so it probably calculates with some diminishing return. So let's say 1300 here, and I already have like 16 gallons, per hour. And the climb speed, let's see what the chart says. Climb speed at sea level, okay, doesn't really tell me much. So let's say that it will be 105, which is the VY speed of this aircraft. And I know from experience that my consumption will be at least 16 gallons per hour, maybe more. So if I maybe put 18 to be on the safe side, can just do that. And let's see what my navlog says for now, how long I should be in a climb. And it says that I should be climbing. No, okay, 12,000 feet. That's not correct. So 0.6065. And my navlog says that I should be climbing around 6 minutes. Actually, 6 plus 2, around 8 minutes. No, this is top of climb. Sorry, I seem to be a little bit confused today. So around 6 minutes of climb, which is kind of what I thought that I will achieve. So I can more or less trust this navlog now, because I calculated numbers and it also calculated this one for me. So now that navlog is still not correct because I don't know how fast I will be going, right? So that is true airspeed and RPM versus density altitude for the gross weight of 2,800 pounds. I have a little less, so my true airspeed will be maybe a little bit higher. But I can count with those numbers because I will be on the safe side, because I will be faster than I will calculate. Hence, I will burn less fuel, or a little bit less fuel. Now, I usually try to fly at around 50% of horsepower, or maybe 55% of horsepower. Let's say that I would like to do 50 today. In that case, my density altitude at the cruise altitude, I already calculated to be 8,000 feet. So just in the middle, between 45 and 55, I have this point. And if I go down, I see that my true airspeed in miles per hour should be 153 miles per hour, probably. And if I do the conversion, I will use this flight computer. 153, I need to find where are miles per hour. There's a nautical miles and statute miles. So if I am correct, I should line up the 153 with the statute mile here, and it should give me knots of 133. And I'll just make sure that I have it correct. So 153 mph to knots. Yes, and it's about 133 knots. Right, so I line up 153 with statute miles, and I read the nautical miles here, so 133. So for my planning, I will not use a speed of 150, but 133. And now I can generate the navlog, then I can probably use. I haven't covered descent yet, but I usually try to maintain the same speed, so this is slightly wrong. So let me correct the aircraft, because I would like to do the, okay, that's EAS. Okay, let's leave it like that. It doesn't really matter that much, because the descent is only, yeah, it's only short. Yeah. So this is my nav log now, and I know that my ETO, or estimated time of arrival, should be in 40 minutes. Let's add maybe 5 minutes for maneuvers or 10 minutes for maneuvers, so that's 50 minutes. And I spent 6 minutes in a climb, so that's about 45 minutes of a cruise. If I go a little bit further, I have a power setting table, and I can see that I don't have numbers for 50%, but for 55%, I can count with a fuel consumption of 12 gallons per hour. So I will use that number again. It's a higher one, so it's on the safe side. 3/4 of that is 9 gallons. So that's 9 gallons for a cruise. I know that I will be climbing and consuming maybe 16, maybe 18 gallons per hour for 6 minutes. That's like 1/10 of an hour, so I'll just add 2 gallons for a climb, and then I can add another maybe 2 gallons for taxi operations, run up, and so on. So this should be my something akin to my cruise fuel. That's about 13 gallons. That's rather small amount. Then I need to add at least 30 minutes of contingency. 30 minutes is 6 gallons, so another 6 to all, and then it adds up to 19 gallons of fuel that I really need to take. Of course, I will take more, right? And I'm taking more definitely. When I check the simulator, I see that I have 50 gallons of fuel left, right? So that's some fuel calculations that you can do. And this is a landing distance. I will not do this now because it's been quite long already, but it's the very same principle as to the takeoff distance, right? All right. So I wanted to show you a little bit how to work with these charts. For the next time, I will maybe it's gonna be IFR flight, so we will have briefing about that. Then for another next time, I will try to also find some performance calculations not based on graphs or charts, but maybe based on the tables, because that's also another format that you can have in your POH. So we can see how to work with that as well. Is there anything unclear about these calculations that I did? If not, I guess I'll let you fly because it's been quite long. So I hope to see everyone or most of you in the air. I already know that some of you won't be flying. There's the rest of you. Either feel free to join me on my Twitch, or just see you next time. And happy flying.
Happy flying.
Happy flying.
All right, so let's also do the walk around here. So I'll just lower the flaps as soon as I start some controlling software. Can do it later. All right. So checking that it's that it has some movement. It's a little bit not loose, but that it can move, and obviously all the hinges. Okay, why I cannot grab it? Something. Okay, my simulator stuck. All right. Again, it's moving. I would also check that the yoke is moving correctly. Hinges there as well. We have some lights. We check the tie down rope is off. Let's check the quantity of the fuel. Yeah, it's a right tank. It's almost full. Condition of the tire looks good. Let's sump fuel for water and color. Looks good. Now we are checking the propeller area and the condition of the propeller itself. and condition of the wheel and the strut and the kind of suspension and everything. Here we will check the quantity and quality of the oil. I still have above 6 quarts. It's gonna be alright for this flight, but soon I will need to top off. This is a left wing, and again fuel. There's a little bit less than before than in the right one, but that's alright. We will use right tank mainly today. Then we have a condition of the wheel, pitot tube. That's cold because I am not checking for the heat today. We will be flying in rather hot areas. Again, movement, free of movement, hinges, everything the same here. Checking static port that it's not nothing is lodged in there and it's clear. Vertical stabilizer, a horizontal stabilizer and vertical stabilizer there, and rudder. Again, checking everything. Another static port. Then the baggage area. We have very few baggage today, so that's all right. So everything seems to be in order. So let us start the aircraft and be on our way. Yes. Switch. And there. Have a the 100 RPM. Have the oil pressure. Charge on the battery. Everything. I will. Right. So, makes
Furnace Creek traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima, departing runway 15, straight out departure, Furnace Creek.
cabin heat idle. Cabin A. Cabin A. At the T. Sound effects. Timer. We'll set it. I need to fix that. It sync point. Wi-Fi.
And French Street traffic 025604 will be taxiing to runway 15 for a right downwind departure of French Street.
Okay, and we'll be resuming climb that. We are not flying today, we have a lot. Right. are ready.
Furnace Creek traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, departing runway 15, right 45 degree departure, Furnace Creek.
Furnace Creek traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche, taxiing to runway 15 behind the Cirrus Furnace Creek. Alright, parking brake off.
Furnace Creek traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima, about 3 miles south of the airport, 1,600 feet, departing the traffic area to the west, Furnace Creek.
Right, I'll do my run up here. So full mixture, 2000 RPM, and those are those vents, so it won't be with its way. Okay, 2000 feet, sorry, 2000 RPM, engine looks good.
Furnace Creek traffic, November 75600 is taxiing to runway 15, Furnace Creek.
Right, that looks good. This is
Furnace Creek traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, upwind runway 15, 800 feet, climbing 8,500. We'll make a right turn and return to the field. Furnace Creek traffic.
try to clean those spark plugs a little bit.
And Furnace Creek traffic, Cirrus 25604 will be departing runway 15 for right, crosswind departure towards the northwest of Furnace Creek.
Yeah, unfortunately those vents are really annoying. I try to, you know, some vents, let's see if it's a little bit better. Right, so let's wait a bit for them. What I'm turning? Oh, this one, navigation lights. Okay, instrument lights.
Furnace Creek traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, overflying the field at 3,600, climbing 8,500, departing west, final call, Furnace Creek.
I'll do is flaps. Okay, flaps as 18. Furnace Creek traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, taking off runway 15, right 45-degree crosswind departure, Furnace Creek. Alright, so we have strobe lights, landing lights, fuel pump. That looks good.
Furnace Creek traffic, Sierra 2564, now making right crosswind for runway 15. We pass the field on our right downwind and then carry on our departure to the northwest, Furnace Creek.
Mixture. Engine in the green. Airspeed is alive. Step up the brakes, gear up. One flap up. Another flap up. And let's ease on the engine a bit. Landing lights can go off. Fuel pump as well.
Furnace Creek traffic, Sierra 2564, now standing through 3,400, right downwind. We're going to continue our departure to the northwest, final call, Furnace Creek.
Furnace Creek traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, 1500 altitude, turning back to the field, and will overfly the field before continuing west, Furnace Creek. And I'm slowly transitioning to a cruise climb of 120 knots. I'm actually consuming a lot more gallons per hour. It will go down as we go up. To see the airport. Furnace Creek traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, over the airport, 2,800 feet, turning northwest, Furnace Creek. Right, start the timer. And we should be going about to 901. Something like that. we know that we need to go north of this. Okay, we are above 3,000 feet, so I will start leaning. And immediately the power goes up quite considerably. This looks great. Some power line, not sure if it's gonna be visible from up here, maybe not. It should probably go across, like kind of touch the mountains. I'm climbing a little bit longer, but that's because I'm not doing 105 knots, the 120, so it's kind of understandable. Now my fuel consumption is down to 16.16 gallons per hour. We'll lean a little bit more to get more power out of it. Furnace Creek traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, about 8 miles west of the airport at 5,500. Continuing west, final call, Furnace Creek.
Furnace Creek traffic, November 75600, taking off of runway 15, Furnace Creek.
Right, so it should take me about 8 minutes, but I started sooner. I mean, already at altitude. Oh, as you can see, I have high temperature, so I'll just add a little bit of mixture, like make it a little bit richer to better cool the engine. And I can also increase the airspeed if I wanted, but I'm already almost at my cruise altitude, so I'll just leave it like this for now. And we have 6,500, so push forward a bit into a level flight, let it accelerate. And let's reduce the power to my 50% as I wanted. First I will lean a bit back. This looks peaceful enough. Alright, so let's check the map. Where is that airport? It should be kind of in front of us, so difficult to see. So let's see if I can just turn a bit. Maybe I can spot it. We have some building there, but it can be straight below us, so let's actually do some reconnaissance. Might be below me, but there is something, and it might be that hotel, but in that case the airport would be... Yeah, this is probably the airport. And this is the road and the pass that I want to fly through. I guess that we can already get on our way there. Heading is roughly 194. I should be able to spot it. Let's say that we are over the airport roughly, so it's 8 minutes. Just, yeah, that's right, 8 minutes. Was it 6? Ooh, probably was 8. But it should be about 194, which is actually there. So is that the road? Yeah, it probably is. I just need to turn that way. Okay, fuel pump is off. I will turn off the landing gear. Basically need to come straight through there. You can see Sierra Nevada already in the distance there. I like those colors, they really do it. I really remember taking some photos on the ground in real life here in Death Valley, and it was really that colorful. Okay, so how fast are we going in knots? It's about 122 indicated. It could be allowed around 135, let's say, at this altitude. So we should be fine. I should be flying this for 7 minutes before turning right. I don't really have any point when to turn. I doubt that I will be able to spot this line, but who knows, maybe. At the road, and to the left we should have some small river. Yeah, so we are there. We're just entering this area. Continue straight ahead. And we are 3 minutes and a half out of 7, so we are in the middle. In the distance wise, yeah, that seems about right. So let's continue. Very smooth air today. Temperature is much better here, up here, 10 degrees. Very comfortable. Flying hands off right now. I know I'm a little bit higher. Doesn't matter that much. Just almost like autopilot was flying. The wind is probably very slightly from the left, but it seems like it. Let's see what that should be. No, there's actually no wind at all. I guess I'll just fly it for 7 minutes and then I will turn. Because what I said was that I want to keep north of this ridge, which I think will be that one there. And then I want to be south of the next one. So I need to kind of fly somewhere there. Ready. Well, let's use this to actually synchronize the gyro, so it should be about... yeah. Slightly less. So okay. And I climbed a bit, but I hope that when I come down this mountain that maybe it will let me go down. It's really nice in here. This is the ridge I want to stay north of, and the one I want to stay south of. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, it's not gonna be that prominent, because it rises quite a bit. Let's say that this is 7 minutes, so let's actually turn to 255. And I'll use the turn to lose a little bit of altitude. I need to keep it down. Let's reduce the power a bit, let it slow down. Let's see, I'm pointing to quite a high peak here. So if I switch to World VFR, can it be this one? Looks like the highest. Maybe I'm actually heading in the correct direction, slightly right of it. I will use this, my aiming point. Hopefully I will arrive at the correct place. Okay, engine's still looking good. Temperatures are fine. I have still a little bit more fuel in the right tank. Continue, keep using it. And it should take me about 9 minutes on this course. So 7 more minutes, give or take. Don't see anybody else around us. Still aiming for this point. When I cross, I will actually want to go lower, although not that much. It's the altitude. It's 4,000 feet of this, so I'll probably not go lower. Yeah, 4,000 feet. Because I would like to see if the scenery I downloaded for this historical site is actually something nice there. We have the nearest weather station is here, Bishop, and that says that it's 2988 altimeter. 2988. That's, yeah, we have like a little bit lower altimeter. So if anything, it shows higher than I am, which is on the safe side. So yeah, if I did, no, it actually shows, yeah, it shows lower. So I am higher. I will keep it like that. The terrain has risen a bit, and this one will actually be, let me switch to San Francisco, not yet, okay, will be that one there, so I need to, when I'm in there, it should read about 9 minutes. I should be good to go then.
Independence traffic 02564, we're about 30 miles to the southeast of Kiel, and the northbound 10,500 planning size briefing from a 32 and please advise Independence.
I see water. Yeah, there is a Owens Lake there, but should it have any water?
Independence traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima is about 10 miles to the southeast. Will be overflying the field at 5,500 Independence.
Right, so can we identify this by maybe some road? There is a bend in the road, there is some road joining it, might be that one. So we are probably already there. So let's say 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
You guys are way ahead, huh?
Yeah, I'm in the Cirrus, so it took me no time to get where I'm going.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about 45 miles away.
It actually surpassed my expectations. I wasn't expecting to reach cruise so quickly.
I'll actually descend a little bit. According to the map, I would expect this to be dry and this to have a water in it, but it's completely vice versa there. Okay then. Next point is the airfield. Do I switch now? Yes. So Lone Pine Death Valley Airfield should be someplace there. Let's head there. I'll descend to like 5,500 very gradually. What is this glitch? Seems like glitch, or is it just roads connected? Okay, it might be just a horizontal feature. And this is mighty Sierra Nevada mountain range. It doesn't want to descend even on 40% power. It will get there. Doing some economy cruise there. Okay, fuel is about the same in both tanks. Still a little bit more in the right tank, so I will keep it on the right tank. And if I remember, I'll switch to the left one before landing. Time-wise, 10 minutes to the airport. It's quite long time. I wouldn't expect that.
Independence traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, Tata Kodiak, 10 miles south, 5,500. Will overfly the field to the north at 5,500. Independence.
Yeah, so this is 10 miles. Nowhere near there yet. See a little bit darker color there, which is this one. And as far as airport goes, could be in that direction, so we'll see if we see runway south to north, so kind of like that with that one. Still descending, but that's the plan. Already. Already enriched the fuel a little bit, the mixture. And this here an airport. That was the CD frequency there, 1 to 2.8, so let's just switch there. Lone Valley traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche about 4 miles east of the field at 6,000 feet. We'll be flying in the vicinity on the east side and continuing north. Lone Pine. Was it Lone Pine? Yep. That might be an airport. Yeah, it should take me 4 more minutes, and I'm not going much faster, so actually gonna be that when there's some light. There's some road up the mountain. elevation 3,700. Okay, we are good. We have a power line. Let's check against that one. Yeah, power line is there. And the road coming in. We'll have an airport someplace there, so let's just stay east of it. At the airport. Can't be that one. Okay, I'll increase the power a bit. Rest that descent. Lone Pine traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, just east of the field at 5,500 and continuing north. Lone Pine. Is that the... Yeah. Suddenly it started. Anyway, I forgot to reset the timer. Let's say that it was to 9.2, and I'll just need to add a few seconds to the next one. We're continuing down the valley. We have mountains on one side, mountains on the other side, and we continue straight ahead. Should take us about 6-7 minutes. Or a little bit faster, so let's say 6 minutes almost. And before we are there, should be some scenery there. So we are going for runway 32. I will also stay a little bit to the right, also for that, so I can then enter the traffic pattern properly. And we are keeping the road to our left. Since it should take me about 7 minutes, let's say that in a while I'll just make a call. Already see some unrealistic lighting of the lights of the aircraft. Wouldn't be able to see them this distance in the middle of the day. Something pushes me up. Yeah, that must be it. Not our destination, but the airport before that. Let's make a call. And let's switch. Independence traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche about 8 miles to the south at 5700. We'll be joining right downwind runway 32. Independence.
Independence traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, turning right base, runway 32, Independence.
Yeah, it's kind of doesn't fit. Doesn't fit in the scenery, does it? Yeah, it does not. Probably remove it afterwards.
Independence traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, turning final runway 32, full stop, Independence.
Anyway, it should be next to the road. And this is, I believe, not a road. That's a river. So, place. Yeah.
Independence of 025604, turning right base, runway 32, full stop, Independence.
Who's that? For 5 minutes. It should be taking only 7, so it should be quite close already. Could it be there?
Independence traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, runway 32, vacated via runway 23, taxiing to parking on the grass, Independence.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Well, let's assume it's it. We'll see how that goes. So oh, no, it is something else. So we want to join the downwind at about there. Maybe, yeah, on this location. Let's actually descend to 5,000 feet or so. That's the 4,900 actually. So let's put landing lights on. Fuel pump on. Okay, don't see anybody else. Independence traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, joining right downwind runway 32 at 45, Independence. And let's drop the gear. Almost full mixture. First, nitro flaps. Independence traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, turning right base runway 32, full stop, Independence. Let's go second nitro flaps. Third notch. Independence traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, turning final runway 32, full stop, Independence. Here is down.
Independence traffic, November 75600, the Cessna Type 172, about 20 miles to the southeast to the airport, joining the right downwind for runway 32, Independence traffic.
Independence traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, backtracking runway 32, Independence. Independence traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, runway 32 is vacated, Independence. Right, parking brake on. Avionics off. Clear the spark plugs. And let's shut it down. Right. So this was a very peaceful flight. Furnace Creek to Independence. We are now 4,000 feet higher than we were when starting. I hope that you can join me also next time. Have a nice evening, have a nice day, and happy and safe flying.